Hello everyone, this is Yurak here, and we're here on Farming Simulator 22 on the Western Wilds map. Now what I've done is I've given myself a tractor, a forage wagon, the big mower. I have one production, which is a silage. I have a multi-fruit buying station. I have a silo, a house, a gas pump, and a water well. And that's it. And we're starting from scratch. So I have three plots of land. If you go into map here, I own these three, 9, 10, 20. The only way we have for making money is to cut grass. So let's get started. Um, we're gonna cut every bit of grass we can cut. So let's lower the mower and let's turn the mower on. And let's start cutting some grass. The only other thing I do have is I have a trailer for hauling stuff. I don't remember. It's one of the Bratton trailers. I don't remember which one it is. But anyway, we're gonna cut some grass and we're gonna put it in our silage bunker, our silage production. Whatever. We won't be able to sell anything until it makes some. So basically today that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna cut as much of this grass as possible. Well, we won't do grass cutting the whole time, but I'm going to cut some so we can start putting some in our silage thing, because that's the only way we'll be able to make money is to sell silage. And right now, that's our money source. We will not be able to take loans out on this game. So everything we get from here going forward, other than what we already have, we'll have to purchase. So before we can even plant any fields, we're going to have to make some money off silage. Because I don't have a plow. I don't have anything. This is it. Not really so much a survival challenge, but a hard start challenge. We will only be able to sell silage for a little while. And the reason why I didn't go with silage bunkers is because they take longer. And since this is our only way to make money at the start, I'm just going to cut through here. Again, just want to make it a little easier to get the silage going. This series will be running until Farming Simulator 25 comes out. And then we will jump over to Farming Simulator 25. Again, like I said, you start out with $1,500 in Farm Manager, but what I did was bought the four things that we have, the production building, the house, and all that stuff over there, and basically just made it to where everything else we do we'll have to make money for. Can't start any farms without selling some grass. So we're going to cut what grass we can. Of course, I also poured our concrete slab over there, which was expensive too. But I didn't want to leave any money. I wanted it to be kind of a challenge. Didn't want to have a whole lot to start with. I did pick this mower just because I don't like the pull behind mowers for tractors. So I mean, I'll have to use them at some point, probably in 25. But for now, this is the mower I chose. I allowed myself one piece of equipment that will make things easier for the start. You know, I have a medium-sized tractor because I know we're not going to be able to buy another tractor for a while. We're just going to do what we can. Do plan on putting in lots of different productions, greenhouses, and you can tell I'm not very good at driving this thing. Plan on doing some greenhouses for some stuff, and to get some productions rolling. Probably a couple of greenhouses will be our first thing. Now I am going to use the open air gardens because it'll give us a little bit more product than the regular greenhouses do, just to kind of, since we're not going to be able to make very many fields very quickly. We can make quite a few fields out of these plots of land that we have, but we won't be able to purchase any more land without making money. So the open air gardens are a little bit cheaper, and they produce a few more things. Now we don't even have a trailer to put water in them right now, so the first couple of things we're going to do, one of our first purchases will be a water tanker, so we can fill the greenhouses when we do get them. Probably put 2 greenhouses down to start with, and then we're gonna just kind of manage it from there. So I know we're gonna have to have a plow, we're gonna have to have a planter, and then we'll eventually have to have a harvester. Of course, the first field I'll probably make will be grass, just because that's going to be our money source for a little bit. We will do animals and things like that, but it's going to be a while away. Don't know how far this series will get before Farming Simulator 25 comes out, but we're going to take it as far as we can. There'll be several episodes, at least 2 or 3 episodes a week. But if you haven't already, and you're new here, which you probably are, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and then also like the video. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it'll help the channel grow as I'm just starting out here. Now we're going to cut this tree down. Oh, I didn't buy myself a chainsaw. Guess we're not cutting the tree down just yet. Gotta make some money. Won't be cutting the tree out because I forgot to buy a chainsaw. Already making mistakes. Alright, so we'll have to deal with those trees for a little bit. And what we're going to do, we're going to cut some grass for a little while here, and then we'll get our forage wagon and come pick up. Now I did get like a 26,000 liter, I think, forage wagon. It has the additive tank, but I don't have anything to buy the additive with. So right now we're just going to be picking up what we can get. But I do plan on, getting other things going as quickly as possible. But at the same time, we're kind of limited on funds. So I think my first purchase is going to be a water trailer. So we'll have to see what we can get there. That'll help us get started. Do have a well, so I don't remember if the well costs anything to fill up the water or not. I hope it doesn't, because if it does, it's gonna hinder us a little bit. But like I said, we're gonna be doing some grass for a little while. So first, I do have a lot of mods installed, way too many to list, but you can kind of see the mods as we're going. And if you have any questions about a mod, I'll try to, in future videos, try to link that mod for you if you haven't found it. But most of you are probably going to be switching over to Farming Simulator 25 pretty soon anyway, so we're just going to run with it. But yeah, we're just going to cut the grass. We'll probably do about 2 more passes around with the mower, and then we'll grab our tractor and forage wagon, and we'll start picking up grass and put it in our silage thing to get it going. because I won't be able to make any money today. Like I said, we can't take out loans. It's all going to be earned. And like I said, for now, grass is all we got. So, and it's not even good grass at that. It's just regular old on the map grass. But eventually we will probably turn this part of plot 20 here into a grass field, because we will need silage and hay and things like that for our animals when we get started. We'll probably start with chickens because they're cheaper, but can't start with chickens until we can at least plant something or buy the stuff to feed them with. So, and also purchasing the animals. So, yeah, I hope that everybody will enjoy this. I'm a gamer. I love playing simulation games. It's pretty much all I'll play. There'll be a few survival games maybe here and there, and some cozy games like possibly Stardew Valley or something along that line. But mostly simulation, Farming Simulator, American Truck Simulator, and some other ones. Medieval Dynasty, Storage Hunter Simulator, Trading Card Shop Simulator, and one of my favorite games, which I know is an older game, but there's a new one coming out next year. And I'm going to play that one until it comes out, and that's King of Retail. So when King of Retail 2 comes out, obviously, we'll switch over. But King of Retail is one of my favorite games. It's a lot of fun. And we'll be doing that. And there'll be some older games that I do put on the channel just to show some different simulation type games. Don't know which ones. But we will play some older games and some new games. There'll be lots of different content, but I am not a person who plays a game just for a little while. And I'm a completionist. I play most of my games to completion. Now this particular series here will probably not be completed unless y'all want to see it continue to go. And we'll go from there whenever Farming Simulator 25 comes out. But I do play, these will be long series for the most part on this channel. The only way will be a short series if it's like a demo, or if, by some miraculous thing a game developer gives me a key, I will definitely put that on the channel. But again, not going to be short series this year. We're gonna have series that last a while. So if you like, where you can come to a channel that has a lot of different things on it, but the series don't last 3 or 4 videos, this will be a good place for you. Like I said, most of these series will go for quite a while. But enough of that. It's all about farming. So like I said, our plan is to get us a couple of greenhouses, a couple of we got to get us a trailer to fill up the greenhouses so we can start making products for our production building. The first production building I plan on bringing in, other than the one that we have, which is the silage one, is the all-in-one production. Excuse me. I know that one's not a very exciting one. It's easy. It's got all the different productions, but we're going to be limited on money, so we're not going to have $90,000 to buy a mill and $90,000 to buy a sugar factory and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to use one building to kind of get our productions rolling. There will be lots of modded productions in this as well. But like I said, we're nowhere near that right now. So it's going to be grass. Now I will not, the second video, you won't see me cutting grass. I will finish cutting this grass off camera and picking it up, putting it in our silage thing. And so when we come back in the next video, we will be taking silage over to the BGA, which is behind our property here, and selling it to make some money. If we can even sell it there, I'm not sure if we can or not. If not, we'll be selling it at the store. Like I said, the only thing I don't have over here is the trailer that I bought, and that's because I wanted to be able to get going with the recording, and we'll pick up that trailer when we need it. But it is at the store. But like I said, that's the only 4 pieces of equipment I have. It's a tractor, trailer, a forage wagon, and this mower. And we'll be using silage to make some money. So first order business will be getting us a water container. So that we can put stuff in the greenhouses and get them going. And then after that will be the two open air gardens that we'll start with. And then, like I said, we'll be using silage for money until I can get a plow and a planter, or seeder, whichever we decide to go with. Probably going to go with the modded planter I have that pretty much does everything, just because it's one piece of equipment. And like I said, our money is going to be tight for a while, so we'll probably just do that. And that way I can plant everything but basically potatoes, sugar cane, and trees. But we'll be going along. Hopefully it'll progress pretty quick. Silage is a decent way to make money at the beginning, so we'll hopefully have a good bit of money coming in from that. Another thing about this challenge for me is that we're playing on normal economy, but we have to sell everything every day. In other words, when we have productions going, like our silage production, I will be emptying it out every day and selling it, or storing it, depending on when we get production buildings that can use the silage, because I think the all-in-one makes TMR, which we'll have to have hay and all that, which we'll get a hay dryer or a grass dryer building. We will be putting that mod in just because it'll make things easier for us, because we're not going to be able to afford a tedder and a windrower and all that. We're trying to stay away from that. The reason why I went with the forage wagon is because it will pick up straw off of fields as well. I don't really like doing bales because of storage. I don't like storing a whole lot of things. And that way we can just put the loose straw into our silo or production building, to make hay or TMR or whatever. And that way we'll have it ready for us whenever we need to go any further, for whatever the reason may be. So, like I said, this is one of my favorite maps. I like these maps, kind of like this in No Man's Land, where you can just kind of build your own thing. I like this map because it has a lot of land on it, and all the land is basically the same price, which makes it kind of easy to know what you got to look for. So, like I said, we'll just be doing as much as we can here. And if after Farming Simulator 25 comes out and y'all want me to continue this series, I will have no problem doing that. It'll just mean a little extra recording each week, which I have plenty of time to do because I am disabled. I stay at home. Can't drive, can't go anywhere. So I'm pretty much stuck at home unless my wife takes me somewhere and she works. Also, all my videos will be pre-recorded. I'm recording this video on Monday. It will be going out on Friday. I pre-record my videos because I have to record while she's not home, because I like to spend time with my wife when she's home. So I want to get all the recording done while she's at work. That way there aren't any distractions as far as I don't want to do a lot of editing, so I don't want to have to pause video and to talk to her and things like that. But we will cross all those bridges when we get there. I will start streaming at some point, but I'm just now starting out, so I want to get kind of videos going and get used to editing, and hopefully in a short amount of time, a month or so, I'll start doing some streaming. Probably 2 or 3 days a week to start with, and then eventually 5 days a week. I won't stream on Wednesdays and Sundays because I have commitments at church, and my time on those days is kind of stretched thin already. So this will be what we're doing. Like I said, we'll pre-record all my videos. So if you leave a comment, I will answer your comments. Just keep in mind that I may not be able to mention your comment or your suggestions or anything like that until the next video, or possibly 2 videos later. Just because I pre-record everything, so it makes it kind of hard to keep up with comments in real time. But they will be answered, they will be replied to, and I will do everything I can to bring in suggestions, like if there's particular mods you want to see going through the series, things like that. But other games that I currently have are planned are this, Farming Simulator, Medieval Dynasty, Storage Hunter Simulator, American Truck Simulator, King of Retail, and Trading Card Shop Simulator. I think are the games I'm going to be sticking with for a little while. Like I said, that may change. Right now, my current plan is to have at least 2 videos per day, and I'll be cycling through those. But if there's an interest in more of Farming Simulator or another particular game, I'll try to accommodate those people and release more of those videos for that week, coming up. Like I said, I'm a relaxed type guy, relaxing games, games that I enjoy. Now, I will try other games, and I'll give them their due time. If I put a game on the channel, it's going to have a minimum of 10 videos, unless it's a demo. Demos would be, just whatever I can do with them. Usually there's a time limit on them, or a content limit on them. If I do demos, that will be something that we just have to do as what we can. Maybe 1 to 2 or 5 videos for demos, just depending on what type of demo it is. And like I said, if I get any games from developers, I will showcase those games. Not worried about that right now. I'm new, starting out. They're not going to give me anything right now. So, but we will keep going. Don't currently have a Discord set up, but I plan on getting one set up soon. And once I do, would love y'all to join Discord and leave comments and suggestions and things like that. And also, at some point, I would like to have, things where we can play games together and things like that. Maybe on a stream in the future. We can do that. But like I said, don't make a lot of money. I'm disabled, so unless YouTube starts making money, I'll be kind of limited. I won't be able to get servers and things like that up right away. But eventually, I hope to do, at least with Farming Simulator, I hope to have a community server at some point to where y'all can join in and play and do things with me. We'll get this little piece here and make one more pass down the side, and then we're going to start picking up some grass. like I said, I plan on continuing this series until Farming Simulator 25 comes out. And if y'all want to see this one continue, we will try our best to do that as well. Actually, yeah, we can stop here for now. So let's turn our mower off. We're going to leave it down because I'm going to be getting back in it eventually. But like I said, you know, I don't plan on doing. Alright. So we need to lower our pickup. And we need to turn it on. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll start picking up some grass. But feel free to leave suggestions. Like I said, I've told you my current plans. 2 open air gardens, a water trailer, all in one production building. Those are our current plans. I wanted to get the bigger forage wagon, but I'm like, you know what? I'll have to save up for that. This one's going to fill up pretty quick. So it means lots more trips. But that's what we got. But yeah, feel free to leave suggestions in the comments about what you want to see. I'm doing this for y'all. I mean, I have fun playing the games. But you know, y'all are the ones watching it, so I want to do what y'all want to do. So if there's particular mods you want me to try to put in, or certain productions you want me to try, I'm willing to do all that. I have a lot of different production buildings already, so I may already have them, and I plan on putting quite a few productions down. But we'll have what I plan on doing is buying plot 15 in the future. Plot 15 has the road that leads to the store, and I just like that place for most of my production buildings because it puts them all in one location, and I can put a sell point down to be able to sell all my stuff, and it'll all kind of be right there together. But that's going to be down the road a little bit. We are full, so let's go drop this load off. So yeah, 26,000 liters is what we currently can hold in our forage wagon, so it's going to take a while to pick up all this grass. Like I said, I will finish all this off camera though, because I want the next episode to start with us selling the silage and see what else we can get into for money. You know, see what we can get started with. But like I said, I do want. Let's go ahead and go into our menu here and turn this production on now that we've got something in it. So let's see. Where's our production screen? Been a while. Alright, well, this is our selling stuff. Production. Alright, so. Oh wow, this production has changed. Alright, so we're going to turn on grass silage. And that will be it. And we have that on storing right now, which is what we want to do. Actually, we'll turn on. No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to do grass silage. Can't add water right now, so. And I wouldn't be able to do anything with the digestate anyway, so. Turn this back on. Let's get going. Picking up more of our grass or chaff or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be silage. But yeah, like I said, current plans, you know, we will probably start off with chickens when it comes to animals, just because they're easier to maintain. And it'll help us on some productions with the eggs. Now, most of my products I will not be selling. Once we get established, the silage is going to be used to make TMR along with the hay and the straw and the mineral feed I think it takes to make all that. That will be, future, but for the first at least while, all of our grass is going to have to be turned into silage for selling because that's, can't do anything else with it. But once we get fields planted and things like that, our products are going to be used for productions. I'm not going to plant anything I don't plan on using, or can't use. Now with that all-in-one production, it does have pretty much everything you can use. I think pretty much all the crops in the game, with the exception of maybe one crop. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've played Farm Simulator, so let's see if we can't pick up the rest of this before we fill up. But yeah, I do want to do a lot of different productions and things, but we've got to get stuff rolling so we can do that. We'll have to fix that later. But that's all plans, and plans are subject to change. I may not have a lot of plans, but I do have some that are going to be set in stone. But everything else, it depends on you guys. But I do plan on playing this one for a while. I really like this game, and Farming Simulator 25, when it comes out, will be added to the channel or replacing this, depending on what y'all want to do. I mean, if you want me to keep it going, I have no problem with that either. But at some point, mods and stuff like that won't get updated, and I'm sure it'll be harder to keep things going. Alright, let's here. Go ahead and turn on our forage wagon here. But I really hope y'all enjoy this. I know, like I said, I'm doing it just to have something creative to do with my time. Since I play games a lot anyway, I might as well do something with it. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but just guess you could say I was lazy and wanting to start. But I've learned a little bit about it, and I have a couple of friends that are going to help me out on learning how to edit and things like that. So in the future, things like this, if they're on a video, like grass picking up and cutting and stuff like that, we'll probably put on a time lapse, at least after the first harvest of a particular thing. But there will be some time lapses, so you're not going to see me do this all day every day. But in the future, going forward, most grass cutting and picking up will be done off camera, unless it's a field. We'll show the field the first time just to see what, so you can see what kind of yield we get. We do want to do what we can to progress, so there might be some off-camera work, but I will always tell you what we've done, and you'll be able to see that as well, just by where we are. And I'll worry about picking up all the little bits and pieces that we've missed off camera. I'll grab some of them like this when I'm turning around, but for the most part, we're just going to get the big swaths and keep going. Try to get some of this in this little turn right here. gonna be full here in a minute. Alright. So yeah, this is gonna take a while. Right now I have my game speed set at 0.5 because I know that cutting all this grass and picking up all this grass is gonna take quite a long time, and I don't want the day to progress too fast because I don't want the silage producing super fast. I just want it to produce overnight. But like I said, I will worry about picking up whatever we don't get in this video today. I will worry about finish cutting the grass and picking it up off camera, just to kind of make, break it up a little bit. You'll see me selling silage next episode instead of just cutting grass and picking it up. I know it's a little boring, but like I said, that's where we're at right now. That's all we got. So it will get better over time. Let's go ahead and get it lined up here. It might help if we lower the pickup on. So give me your ideas about Farming Simulator, or if you want to see me introduce something else as part of the challenge, we can go from there. Like I said, currently it's just about trying to make what money we can off of what we have, which isn't a lot. We have 3 plots of land, and half of one of those plots is taken up by concrete, so because that will be where we store all of our equipment and stuff going forward. But I did choose this tractor. I like the McCormick, in my opinion. It's one of the better medium tractors, with the 310 horsepower. So I did give myself a better tractor to start with, just because I know it's going to be a while before I can upgrade a tractor, because there's other things that we're going to want to do besides buying a tractor. So looks like we've gotten about a little over 100,000 grass picked up so far. We'll check that here in a second. So let's go in. Yeah, we've got 77,000 plus what I'm putting in now. So, on our way to making some money. I know this silo seems a little bit cheaty to some people, but when you're starting out with nothing, you kind of go with what you can get, and I didn't want this to be long drawn out process, so we're just gonna use this as our only production that we have to start with. Everything else we'll have to earn the money from selling silage to purchase. Um, get this passed, and then we'll start getting the furthest away grass and bringing it back. Um, like I said, still got a lot of cutting and picking up to do. I mean, I'm expecting around 300,000 to 400,000 liters of grass off of all this, um, which will be a lot of silage, but I don't think the production will make all that in one day. I think it makes about 125,000 maybe a day. Let's see here. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. We'll check that production once we get back and start unloading. But however much it makes in a day is what we'll be able to sell, and that will control what we can buy. Like I said, we have a lot of things to buy. We will get the productions, the 3 productions I talked about, which are the 2 open air gardens and a water trailer, so we can get water to actually put into our productions. And I will do a lot of the upkeep stuff off camera, like as far as like filling up the water on the gardens and stuff like that. And once we get into where we can start putting like the fertilizer and the manure and stuff, which I'll have to purchase, because I'm not going to have it. But that will boost our productions. But buying all that stuff is going to be kind of hard to do at the beginning. One thing we probably will buy after the productions and the water tanker, at some point I would like to buy a truck with a trailer, just because I don't like the small water tankers because they take forever. And like I said, I'll be doing most of that off camera anyway, purchasing whatever we need to fill up our greenhouses. And there will be, like, as far as production goes, if we have money to buy things for production, to put in our production buildings, like, say, for instance, grapes. Not going to plant grapes. They take too long. You don't get great yields off the harvests. And so anything that has grapes or olives, I will be purchasing or growing probably growing in a greenhouse at some point. There is a grape and olive production greenhouse that I'll probably use. But only use the grape and olive production. I'm not going to do the lettuce and tomatoes off of that production because it just produces way too many, and that would make way too many things. But the grapes and the olives I probably will use on it, and probably limit myself to how much I put in each day, so it's just not overly stupid, because that greenhouse does produce really fast and a lot. But we'll probably limit ourselves on that. Let's cut this off for a second and get up here to the swath so we can start going around. I'll probably like limit my production to like 25,000 per day on that. In other words, just put in enough seed or whatever to produce 25,000 liters per day, because I think that would be more than enough to keep productions going, at least for a while. But yeah, I will be using some multi-production buildings like the all-in-one. There's another one, I can't remember what it's called, but it basically adds some new products like salads and all that stuff. I'm sure y'all know what mod I'm talking about. It has it, it's kind of like the all-in-one. It just has less than the all-in-one does. Like for instance, it doesn't take wood or things like that. It takes mostly crops and water and animal products like eggs and milk, and cheese, or it makes cheese or something like that. Um, but we're a long way away from there. Uh, like I said, once we get enough money to buy a plow to where we can start making our own fields, and of course we'll have to have a planter as well, um, to be able to plant those fields. Once we can do that, we'll kind of lay out production build for what products we have. We're full again. Well, like I said, I'm gonna do as much as I can in between episodes. Just to finish cutting this grass. Probably will sell a load of grass to buy a chainsaw so I can get those trees out of the way for the future. But I won't be doing anything with the trees. I'll be stacking them up somewhere until I can get a production that uses wood, which will be the all-in-one production. And I'm not going to be like trying to maximize what I get off the trees. I'll have to get a winch and I'll use the winch to pull trees back and forth to the production building, but it's mainly just going to be cutting trees down that are in our way. I'm not going to be, making a whole lot of furniture with wood that we'll be getting from that. So, because it's just like right now, like maybe 4 or 5 trees that I'm going to have to cut down, and you know, I'm going to store it in there so it'll be used eventually. But when it comes to cutting trees down later, we'll have to have, a winch to haul them, and we'll trim them down, and make decent sized logs out of them to try to maximize our use of the tree. But for right now, we're just gonna, when we get that production building, we're just gonna store them until we can use them. You know, you know, we're not gonna be doing a lot of logging. Like I said, most of the tree cutting we do will be because the trees are in our way and we need to get rid of them. Not gonna use the carpentry building for a lot. Like, I'll probably just turn it on to where it can make the furniture, and as we get furniture, we'll sell it. Not gonna maximize that. I could cut down a lot of trees, but don't want to do overkill on the carpentry, because that does make a lot of money. Making the furniture, so we're not gonna really utilize that part of the all-in-one all that much. It'll just be a passive thing over time. Basically, just like I said, cutting down the trees we need to get out of our way. Now, I do have the logging mod, or lumberjack mod, on here, but that's just so I can get rid of stumps. I'm not going to be cutting down trees on any land that we don't own. So it will be a while before we purchase any land that has a lot of trees on it, because I'm not going to be able to do much with it. So I don't want to, like I said, I don't. Now, once we get into some of those properties that have a lot of trees, we'll need to move those trees so we can use that land, because mostly it's going to be fields and productions. We're not going to be doing logging at all, as far as just a major part of the series. The logging will be strictly just we'll use the trees to throw into that all-in-one thing, and it'll make what it can make. And we'll make a little bit of money off of it over time. It's not going to be, I'm not going to be cutting down that whole forest over there and trying to, just make a ton of furniture just to make extra money. But like I said, one stipulation I've put on this for myself is that I have to sell all my production stuff every day. Like, there is no storing pallets until I get the best price. It's just, we're gonna be making what money we can when we can. So anything I make in production building, at the beginning of each day, whatever's made, whatever pallets are spawned, we will be selling. We won't be holding on to anything other than products that can be used for other things. Like, for instance, we'll be storing silage and hay in our all-in-one production to start making TMR for when we get cows. But that's, like I said, pretty much going to be all that we use that production building for. It'll be making flour and sugar to boost other productions, and we may not even cut on some of the productions because I'm kind of want to make it a little more realistic, but at the same time, it would take me 2 or 3 years in game to be able to get all the productions I want, and the series ain't going to last that long. I don't, or at least the current plans are, it probably won't last much past the launch of 25. But we'll keep it going if people want to keep it going, and then we'll go from there. Not sure how active mods will be kept up with on this game once 25 comes out, so we're just going to kind of use what we can use. But as you can see, you do get a lot of grass off these fields. It's, or off these properties, I guess you could say. It's not really field. But this regular grass that's in the game, on this map, by cutting all this grass, we'll make a decent amount of money off of it to get us started. But once we get most of our equipment, which we're going to have to buy, like I said, a planter, fertilizer spreader, lime spreader, or a combination of the two, whichever one we decide to go with. Once we get that, now I will be able to use workers, but I won't be able to use workers for everything. Mostly we'll be using workers to do like harvesting, planting, fertilizing, lime spreading, and stuff like that. But obviously you can't use a worker to pick up straw and grass and things like that. You have to do that yourself without the what was it, follow me mod or something like that. I'm not going to put that mod on because I don't like using external mods. I only use mods that come from the mod hub. Just because I don't like going into files and changing things too much, because I don't want to accidentally do something I don't need to do, and I'm not savvy enough to know the ins and outs of all that, so we're not going to try it. So basically the mods that we do have will all be off the mod hub, so you won't see anything on this channel that you can't get off the mod hub for either game. When 25 comes out, it'll be the same way. I will not do anything other than what you see, but we'll probably pick up this load and one more load of grass, and that'll be the end of this video because we're getting pretty close to that hour mark. And that's generally what I'm going to shoot for on Farming Simulator and American Truck Simulator. Will be about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes on those, and everything else will, vary in times between 45 minutes and an hour. I didn't realize when I was recording Medieval Dynasty I went about an hour and 30 minutes, so that video is going to be really long, almost like a stream, but it'll most of the videos are going to be in that hour range So we'll pick up one more load of grass and then we'll call it here for today. Um, and then I'll see you in the next episode, and we'll be selling some silage because I will have all this cut and picked up off camera. Like I said, I'm not going to make y'all watch me do all of this because I mean it would take 2 videos, 3 videos to get all this picked up and put into the silage mucker. But I'll do it all off camera. We'll get it all picked up in this month in game. We're not going to change over another month until we can sell the silage the next day. So, and then hopefully, like I said, we'll be able to at least get our greenhouses and our water tanker and possibly the all-in-one production building, and then whatever else we can get from there. I know it's going to be a little while before we have a whole lot of money, because we'll be able to cut this grass again in November, but we're not gonna have anything else for a while, as far as crops to harvest and things like that. So when we do, if I do end up cutting all this grass again in November, that will be probably something I just do off camera. Get the silage, sell it, make money, and start buying equipment to put fields in. Of course, I mean, as far as the harvester goes, I would like to get a decent sized harvester to start with, but it just depends on how much money we have when our first fields are coming in, which we're probably going to plant. Like I said, we will plant a grass field. We'll probably plant an oat field, a wheat field, a barley field, a sorghum field, and probably corn and sunflowers, or maybe soybeans. It really just depends on what productions I have at the time, on what buildings I'm going to build, or fields I'm going to make. But I know with all those, like the sorghum, I'll probably use just to store for chickens whenever we get chickens. But the wheat and the barley, we can turn into flour, obviously, and oats you can turn into flour as well, but we'll probably be using the oats for other things, for other productions. But anyway, this is going to be the last load we put in for today, and then we will pick up in the next video. And like I said, I will do all the rest of this off camera. Picking it up and cutting the grass, we'll get all that done off camera, and then bring you back in the next month where we can sell some silage and get some money. But I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me today, and as I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button and hit that notification bell for more daily videos. And again, this is Year Rock, and to all you supporters and watchers out there, you rock, and have a blessed day.